Well, hello, Denton. This is Jake Laughlin filling in for Kim Phillips at Discover Denton. We're coming at you from the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Normally, we have the director of the Convention and Visitors Bureau, Kim Phillips, here, but she is off doing other things, very important things, and is not able to be here today. I'm normally behind the microphone, so she asked if I would step in front of it this week and take care of things for Discover Denton. This week, we have a very cool cast of guests. If y'all would introduce yourselves.
I'm Mike Barrow, Managing Director of the Campus Theater and Denton Community Theater.
I'm Kyla Welch. I manage the box office at the Campus Theater.
Very nice. So if you did not know, we are talking about the Campus Theater today, and we're specifically talking about Beaujolais. So if y'all would let the listeners know, what exactly is Beaujolais?
Beaujolais is the annual one-time fundraiser for the Campus Theater. It's the only official fundraiser that we have every year. It's always held on the third Thursday in November, which is the release date of the Beaujolais wine. So we actually have the wine flown over from France, so it's here on that day. So while people all over the world are tasting the new Beaujolais wine, we're doing it right here in Denton at Beaujolais and More.
Very cool. So how did this event get its start? Was it built around the wine, or what was the events that kind of led up to creating this event?
It started in a couple's home. They were wine enthusiasts, Carol and Gary Kirchhoff, and they had a few friends over every year for the release of the wine, and more friends became interested and said, hey, why don't you invite us? And they were also theater enthusiasts, and as it grew, they decided this would be a great benefit way to raise money for the Campus Theater.
Very cool. So was it always in the same place that it is now, or did it kind of start organically someplace else?
No, like Kyle said, it started in their home, and then as it grew from that, and they decided to make it a fundraiser, they moved it to the Campus Theater. And originally it was on the Cedar Street side of the campus, and we would rent a large tent that we would hold the event in. Back then, I think we probably had, maybe 3 or 4 restaurants that were there, and of course, one wine supplier, and 100 people might show up for Beaujolais. And as it grew, we had weather concerns, we had parking concerns.
And people were also complaining that it was getting so popular you couldn't even get up to the table to get a sample of wine.
Right,
it was becoming very crowded.
So about 7 years ago, we moved it to the Civic Center, and it's really the Civic Center is the perfect venue for this event. It's being in the round. It's so easy for people to come in and just start flowing around the circle of restaurants and stop along the way and get a glass of wine or a beer. We added beer last year, so we have some great selections of holiday beers that go along with the wine tasting and the food tasting.
Very nice. Now you said it's Beaujolais and more, and so there's obviously more than just Beaujolais wine.
Absolutely. Beaujolais is I'm not a wine connoisseur, but from what I've understood, Beaujolais is kind of an acquired taste, and so
it is. It was originally in France to celebrate the harvest, and it's the Beaujolais Nouveau, or is the new wine, and it's made to drink very young. So it's instead of aged for years, it's aged for like weeks, I think, or it's so it's a very kind of harsh, typical wine. It's not as smooth as your aged wines, so.
But our beverage suppliers have done, our Metzler's and Vigny have done an excellent job over the years of choosing some wines that complement the Beaujolais.
Indeed.
So we have some wonderful whites, we have some wonderful reds as well. And of course too, like I said, you can get a beer if you're a beer person. But you can also just, get a bottled water or a soft drink. So you certainly don't have to be a wine person or a drinker at all, for that matter, to get your money's worth at
That's
Beaujolais.
true. There's a lot of more to the Beaujolais and more.
Nice.
We also have each year we have wonderful. First off, we have wonderful sponsorship on this event to begin with. We have some great sponsors that chip in every year to make sure that we can put this event on. They do that monetarily, Then we have several in-kind sponsors that donate services to help put Beaujolais on. And one of those, we also have some great prize giveaways that we do at Beaujolais.
Very cool. And so can you give us a sneak preview of what some of the prizes might be?
Well, let's see. Last year we had a 42-inch television set. We had an iPad. We had a Kindle. We had tickets to many of the professional sports teams around the area, theater tickets. We have
Wine baskets, a wine refrigerator. I believe that from what I hear, many of the items are going to be similar this year.
yes.
So,
Oh, very cool.
so some real high-end, nice prizes.
So all these giveaways and beer and wine and food and all this. So I have to ask, is this a family event or is this a 21 and up event or what?
21 and up.
Yeah, I would say definitely 21 and up.
So we're going to have fun at
Yeah,
this
the
event.
wine is definitely still the star. That's still
Yeah.
the reason for the gathering. So
Very
no
cool.
kiddies.
No kiddies. Leave them at home.
And
Leave 'em at home.
if you happen to be one of those lucky people that are over 21 but you don't look it, we will be carding. So just to let you know.
Very nice. So bring your ID to Beaujolais.
Absolutely.
All right. So Beaujolais, it helps kind of fuel the campus theater. You said so. This is the one fundraiser you guys do throughout the year, and then I assume you have, the ticket sales, of course, and then some other sponsorships, or how's all this kind of fit into place?
We do have, like I said, we have several sponsors, and I'm so sorry I didn't bring a list of the sponsors today, but they're on all the posters and the advertising. Please notice those sponsors and support them like they support us, as we're fond of saying. And we also, all of the money, from the ticket sales, and by the way, tickets this year are $25 in advance, and they're $30 at the door.
Cool.
All of the money from the ticket sales, the prize giveaway donation money, all of that goes to upkeep, maintenance, any of the expenses we have like that, day-to-day expenses that we have at the campus theater. It's
It's a very large, very old building.
Right.
Requires a
Yeah.
lot of maintenance.
I could see that. That's
Right.
It's beautiful, though. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it is. It's a beautiful place.
And that's why we fundraise so we can keep it that way.
Very cool. Well, you said there's pre-sale tickets. Where are those pre-sale tickets available?
At the campus theater.
So you can just go to the campus theater, or do you go online as well?
You can purchase online.
Okay.
You can purchase in person at the campus theater, or you can give our box office a call at
Gotcha.
940-382-7014.
Very nice. Okay, so and campustheater.org, campustheater.com. Campustheater.com. Perfect. And theater is spelled Theatre, right?
Correct.
Instead of
I think you
ER.
got that right.
Right. The
most important thing is the RE.
The RE,
Yeah,
yeah.
theater with
Don't
an
quote,
RE.
Don't quote me on the rest of it,
That's
but
right.
the RE, that's the part I
That's
wanted
right.
to make sure. Okay, so campustheatre.com. Very good. We've run into that before. All right, so kind of paint us a mental picture. What's the Beaujolais experience going to be like? What's going to be going on?
I always tell people it's the biggest party in town, and it's one of the most fun things. We have anywhere from 300 to 500 people there at the Civic Center. I think Mike said 26 restaurants are represented this year, each one putting out their best wares to complement the beverages. It's very hard to try to even sample something from each place because there's so much there, so you can really pick and choose everything from sweets to chips and dips to gourmet fare.
Very cool.
We kind of have a mantra, Jake. Over the years, we've said if you don't get your $25 worth at Beaujolais, you didn't try very hard, because this is absolutely some of the best food in Denton. And another cool thing about this is that a lot of the restaurants choose this time to introduce something new to their menu, to really showcase something on their menu. So it's not just what you might think of it as a food tasting. I mean, you really leave Beaujolais with a full stomach. You're
Very cool.
Yeah, it's well worth the admission price.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, guys. That sounds like a great daggum time. So there is food. I don't think we can stress that enough.
It's hard to stress it enough because there is a lot.
Right. So what kind of food? I mean, we said wines. Are we talking like stinky cheeses, or are we talking like
Like I say, everything, because we have 26 different restaurants. You're going to have Mexican food, Thai food, more traditional American food, cupcakes.
Asian food.
Yeah, it's hard to even describe all that we do have.
I think was it year before last or last year? I think one of the favorites was a duck.
Oh no,
gumbo.
It was 3 years ago, and we're still talking about it.
Things like that.
Wow.
One of my favorites last year were the lobster sandwiches.
What?
Yeah, lobster sandwiches. And
Yes.
they were-
Okay.
It'd be lobster, shrimp, beef, chicken.
Let me get online really quick and get my ticket, and we'll convene later. But very cool. Well, that's awesome, guys. That
And
sounds
vegetarian
like
fare as well.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, that's
something
that's
for
important.
everybody.
That's
Yes.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of vegetarian Dentonites out
But you know,
there.
you kind of asked to describe the experience of Beaujolais, and Jake, it's really it's kind of a cool visual if you can picture it in your mind that most people are familiar with the Civic Center, and as you walk into the Civic Center, we usually have 3 lines going of people coming in, and you've got tickets, you've got your will call. And then you've got the line of people that are confused and they don't know what line that they're supposed to be in. We've got all these wonderful volunteers there that are working the ticket booth, that are putting wristbands on people so that we know that they have got their ticket and that they're over 21 and they can participate fully in the evening. And then as you walk into the actual building, you just see this wonderful this cornucopia of food just everywhere. It's just like I said, we do it in the round. So and again, you see volunteers that are just scurrying back and forth, bringing more plates, more spoons, supplying more napkins to all the vendors. And then in the middle, you've got I think we had 4 wine stations and the beer station there. So it's just you just walk into this wonderful party. We have Christopher Redden every year comes and plays this wonderful selection of French music for us. So you get to hear some Edith Piaf while you're, drinking your Beaujolais and eating your stinky cheese. And,
People meet up with their friends and just like I say, have a big party there. I've certainly met friends that I knew in other walks of life, in other parts of my life, but we all meet up at Beaujolais because it's so much fun.
And it's a wonderful place to network for you business people out there. You see all night long, you see business cards changing hand, and it's just a great atmosphere for that. So there's some business going on at Beaujolais as well.
Very nice. Well, that's one of the things I love the most about what Denton has going on is everybody kind of comes together to help each other out with all of our different organizations. The CVB helps Denton Radio function, and these other organizations help you guys function. And everybody kind of comes together. And when you see an organization that says, I don't really want to be part of the group, I'm going to do my own thing, they really don't last that long. And this kind of family of people coming together to help each other out is of so many different types of organizations. And darn it, Kim, I don't know how to silence your phone. But every episode, she always goes through this whole ritual of silencing her phone, and we're just going to leave it. I'm not even editing it out. It's going to stay right there. Thanks, Kim.
Jake, you missed an opportunity. We could have all gone through the whole routine of, I think we have a caller.
Somebody's really interested in Beaujolais. Very cool. Awesome. Well, this looks like a very, very cool event. Give me the time again.
It's 5:30 to 7:30 on Thursday, the 21st.
And the other question we do get frequently is what kind of attire to wear. And it's 5:30, so it is strictly like an after work thing. So whatever you usually wear to work, whether that's scrubs or a business suit or whatever it is, just come in whatever you wore to work.
Flip-flops and a Speedo.
Yeah, there will be no fashion police there whatsoever.
That's right.
Y'all just
Not out
asked
loud
for
anyway.
trouble. Yeah. But all right. So price to get in again is $30 at the door, $25 at pre-sale, and those are available online and at the campus theater. So they just come to the box office between the hours of
1 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Perfect.
Jake, I also think it's worth mentioning just for some of you folks that have come to Beaujolais before, maybe you haven't been in the last couple of years, a couple of other items that are optional purchases when you walk in the door. You can get your Beaujolais actual wine glass now. It's
that's
kind
cool.
of commemorative wine glass. A lot of people prefer that over the plastic cup that we have to use at the stations. And also, we now have a plate that you buy, and you you carry your own plate around, and your wine glass actually fits in the plate, so that you have a free hand to chow down with as you're enjoying your wine.
Worked great last year.
It absolutely was. Last year was the first year for that, and we sold out of them. I mean, people were just ecstatic about that. So,
and how much are those?
I believe it's $5 for the glass, and it's like $3 for the plate. But there's a great bargain deal you can get when you come in for like $20. You get so many prize giveaway tickets. You get the plate, you get the wine glass.
Wow.
And it's so it's we try to keep it as affordable as we can, because we didn't want folks to feel like, wow, I've paid for a $25 or a $30 ticket and now I've got all this extra to pay for. Like Kyla said earlier, you don't have to pay for another thing. You can come in and we've got plates there, we've got cups, everything. It's just a way to enhance the experience a little bit.
Well, that's really cool. And I don't think enough people ask this question. Are you guys accepting credit cards when people come up, or should they always bring cash? Okay.
Absolutely. You
can do it.
There is nothing at Beaujolais you can't use a credit card for. We've all got our little swipes on our phones and
little
things.
Squares and everything.
Good.
Good. So, perfect. All right. Is there anything else about Beaujolais that you'd like to talk about?
I think this we always try to mention that the campus theater is actually owned by the Greater Denton Arts Council. And
Very cool.
So when you support the campus theater, you're also supporting the Greater Denton Arts Council. And of course, when you support the GDAC, you're supporting all the arts in Denton. So you kind of know that you're not just coming in, supporting one group at one venue. You're supporting everybody that uses the campus theater. You're supporting the Greater Denton Arts Council, which again, that filters out to 40 other arts groups here in Denton.
Very cool. Now, anytime Denton Radio does an event at like a bar or something, we always tell the audience that to support the arts, you need to drink more, because the bars bring in more musicians based off of alcohol. So never support the arts and drive, but we always encourage them to support the arts a whole lot when they're at the shows. But okay, so, and then you said this is at the Civic Center, right?
Right.
Yeah, so at the Civic Center, $30 if you come, but there'll be other things to buy as well. $25 pre-sale tickets. Okay, give us a rundown of some of the shows coming up at the Campus Theater real quick before our time runs out, about what we can expect if we go over to the Campus Theater just to enjoy it.
Well,
right now we're working on Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, cool.
That is our Christmas fair this year. So
Phone.
I love it.
They're calling to get tickets.
Yeah, they're calling for tickets.
But Miracle on 34th Street opens the second weekend in December and runs 2 weekends. Great. That is family friendly.
Yeah.
Absolutely bring the kiddos to that one.
Awesome.
Yeah,
or you can dump them there while you go to Beaujolais.
Also, too, just because we are Denton Community Theater as well, at our Black Box Theater down the street on the 5th of December, we're having our Kids Christmas at the Black Box, and this is all done by our theater school kids. And we're going to have visits with Santa Claus.
I believe Santa's going to make an appearance at that.
Santa Claus will be there in his house. We're going to have Santa Claus's house there outside the Black Box. We'll have a production of The Littlest Angel, and then we'll also have some fantastic caroling, some group caroling, and we have some wonderful volunteers that are providing goodies for the concession stand, all kinds of Christmas goodies, hot chocolate.
Oh,
it's just going to be,
cool.
4 days of really fun, just old-fashioned Christmas fun.
Yeah, and for people that don't know, the Black Box is down Hickory.
Down Hickory, 318 East Hickory.
Near Record Chronicle, right?
It's the far east end of the Denton Record Chronicle building.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Well, we are way over time because I'm not watching the clock because I'm watching the microphone. But we're going to talk really quick about Thanksgiving. A couple of things we wanted to recap on. Two things. One, turkey or ham?
Turkey.
Turkey. Okay, fine. I won't hold it again. No, I like turkey. But the reason I'm bringing up Thanksgiving is because Discover Denton is doing a special thing next week that we're very excited about. Our Thanksgiving episode where we wanted to just kind of let Dentonites talk about what they're thankful for. So we've set up a little thing where you can call in and leave a message saying what you are thankful for this year. What is something that has happened to you that you're incredibly thankful for, whether it happened this year or whether it's something that's happened for your whole life or something you'd like to let people know. You don't have to say your real name if you don't want to, but call in and let us know what you're thankful for. We're going to put all that together for next week's Discover Denton, and we're pretty excited about this one. So the phone number to call is 940-343-5463. That's 343-5463. Make sure you get to check that out. Leave a little message and let us know what you're thankful for, so we can kind of put that together. I think it's going to be really fun.
It does sound like fun.
I think some people are going to be funny. I think other people are going to make me want to cry, and it's going to be it's going to be great. I'm excited. But Kim had that idea a few weeks ago, and she's pretty stoked about it. So, you all, thank you so much for being here. Were there any final words? Any final thoughts?
Just come have fun with us. At Beaujolais and more.
Absolutely. Come and have fun. Biggest party in town.
Love it. All right. Thank you all so much for being here.
Thanks.
That was Discover Denton. This is Jake Laughlin filling in for Kim Phillips. She will be back next week. And as she always says, in the meantime, we'll see you next week.